Hi lovelies, my name is Jessica and welcome to Makeup Misfit, and I am jumping on today to do a very little Sephora haul, what I purchased during the sale. I did have one order but split it into two, so I did most of it as a order online, pick up in store, and then there was a couple of items that I had shipped to me. One of them was online only, so there was no other option. Usually I always just shop online and get the orders shipped to me. But I always shop through Rakuten, so I always end up getting cash back for it. I do believe they do cash back in store as well. But I just had an experience like when my Sephora first opened with a girl who had a little bit of an attitude, and it just kind of completely threw me from going there. I still do, but it's very rare that I actually go like in store to purchase items. So nonetheless, I did, like I said, purchase most of this and picked it up in store. They actually had a little bit of like a bonus cashback if you did that, and then they had cashback on obviously getting it shipped to you. So I got two items shipped, and the rest I picked up. So one item that I did purchase that I don't have with me was a foundation for my mom. So that I'm not technically counting into this, but that was part of the pickup order. And then, of course, with shopping online, I try and get samples as often as I can just to try different things out. There was a lot of like perfume samples that I really wasn't feeling getting any perfume samples. So when I did open up the box to see what I got, only one out of the two samples is what I actually chose. The other sample we will chat about in a little bit, but let's just get into what I have here. So first and foremost, the actual only makeup product that I purchased was the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. Now I was gonna get this in the milk chocolate shade, which is the very lightest. I did mention that to you guys a little while back in one of my videos. But I was watching Teresa is Dead, and she had, I believe it was that shade. I don't know if she had this one. This is the Chocolate Soleil, the original. But she swatched it and it was like very light on her, and I think she's lighter than I am. So I was like, you know what? We're just gonna go for Chocolate Soleil and see how it goes. So it might be more of a summer bronzer for me, but that's okay. That is the little imprint, which I think is super cute and super pretty. I am still using my Bobbi Brown one, which I'm not a big fan of, but I might use it for a little bit longer and then start to reach for this. I know I like to use my bronzers one at a time until they're completely finished, but I think I'm going to kind of just play around for a little bit because I don't want this sitting for years in my collection. So we're just going to play a little bit with this throughout the summer and see how that goes, but I'm really excited about that. So like I said, that was the actual only makeup product that I purchased. The rest was skincare. So actually, before we get into the skincare, I did purchase, and I have taken them out of the packaging. This is another hand sanitizer from Touchland. I have this one right here, which I completely finished off. I was so close to finishing it when I purchased this one, but I wanted to wait to switch it off into this little croc collab holder. I guess it's like a little keychain until I completely finish this one off. So this has been done for a few days. I know you can see a little bit down there, but it doesn't come out anymore. So I'm going to officially switch this one out and put the brand new one in there. This one, actually, let me take it out now because I want to see what the scent was. I can't quite remember. I did decide to try something different this time. If it wants to come out, my goodness. Okay. So the original one was a wild watermelon, which I really did enjoy this one. I did really like it. And this one is rainwater. So I figured I wanted to try something a little bit different. As much as I love the watermelon scent and I love the fruity scents when it's more of like an actual fruit scent and not too artificial, I wanted to try something a little bit different, and I figured like rainwater just sounds so lovely and so refreshing that it was a really good choice. So we are going to test. Part of my nail just broke while I put that in there. Okay, cool. Okay, so it is now in there. the new one, the rainwater scent, and I am excited to start using this one. I don't use it as like a keychain. I just kind of take it with me, throw it in my bag as I go. But I like this. All right, next I had purchased, and the last of the in-store pickups is this little roller from the Sephora collection. I did put it in the bag because I wanted to bring it to work with me so that I could, use it in the evenings. And it's just this little roller here. I figured it would be kind of nice to try something a little bit different. And it has this little end. I guess you can kind of like, I don't know, push it into certain areas on your face, I suppose. But I was just more looking forward to like the roller part of it and just kind of really going at my face a little bit. I have a jade roller, I believe it is. It's not actual jade, but it's like the Beauty Bay brand one from years ago. So it's like just a roller. And then I also have like a I don't know how to pronounce it, and I don't ever really use them, so I was kind of hoping that this would be something that I would use a little bit more, especially since I can kind of just throw it in my bag and take it with me. But I do feel like I would need to bring a serum just to kind of have something so that I'm not rolling it on my dry face. I did purchase a face oil from The Ordinary quite a while ago, and I never really used it. Like I did a couple times with like the Gusha thing, but I just never kept up with it, and I don't think it's good anymore. So I want to try and find a serum or something that I can use to kind of help this out. So like I said, it's not like rolling onto my dry skin. Okay, and then I have 2 items that I purchased and got sent to me online. So this is a moisturizer. I'm only going to use this one in the daytime. This is by Hanuel. I ended up getting a little cleanser slash face mask from them as a sample in one of my last orders, and I don't mind it. It is a foaming cleanser, but I do find that my skin has been getting very dry lately, and I don't know if it's because of that cleanser or if it was because of my CeraVe cleanser that I was using before that, which is also a foaming cleanser, and it was for oily skin because my skin does get oily. But this is a gel moisturizer, which I really like. I used to use the Clinique one years ago, like the one that came in the yellow bottle, and I just love the texture of a gel over an actual cream, especially during the day. So I have not reached for this one yet because I do have a couple of creams that I'm trying to use up, but I've gone through quite a bit of skincare lately, so I wanted to kind of purchase a couple of things so that I had items to go to when I did run out of whatever I'm using currently. So I do have one cream that I'm using during the day right now, and then once I'm out of that, I will switch over to this. I just bought the mini size because I wanted to just test it out. Besides the cleanser that I have, which is just like a mini size, not even travel size, just sample size. I've never tried this brand. I do believe it is new to Sephora, so I've never heard of it. I do believe it's a K-beauty brand. But this is Artemisia Soothing Gel Cream. So I'm really looking forward to actually trying this out eventually. But like I said, I'm going to wait until my other moisturizer is finished. So it might still be a little bit, but I'm glad that I have it for when I need it. And then I also bought a serum from Hanuel. This is the Red Rice Hydrating Serum. And again, I bought a smaller size of this, the travel size. This is what was online only, so I don't know if the larger size was available in store, but because of this is why I purchased these 2 to get shipped to me. So this is for like normal to dry skin, I'm pretty sure. So normally this is not something that I would go for because I do have oily skin, especially in the summertime. But because I've been feeling dry in certain areas, sometimes my skin's just a little more dehydrated than anything, I figured I would test this out and try it. I find like the dry patches are kind of just along the sides of my nose. I've had a couple up on my forehead a little bit lately, so I figured, you know what, this might be something that's good for me, especially at nighttime. I don't need a whole lot of deep hydration during the day because I don't want my skin to become too oily throughout it. It just tells you how to use it. It doesn't say too much on the front of it. Nourish dehydrated skin to revive skin bounce. It's very small, but that's what that says, like right about there. So I'm really hoping that this is going to kind of help rehydrate my skin a little bit, give it a little bit more life again. And again, if I only use it at nighttime, then I think that's going to be fine. I have not used this either yet, but again, once I get through a couple of other serums and cleansers, moisturizers and things that I have, then I will start to reach for this. So hopefully they're kind of around the same time, but we'll just have to see. We'll throw that back in here. Okay, so the samples that I got, because why not? I decided to try something from Refy, I think it's how you pronounce it. This is the skin base. So you do get the 6 samples. We'll have to see. It just says natural radiant skin tint, a Korean gel texture formula with hyaluronic acid that hydrates, evens, and enhances instantly and over time. Undetectable all-day comfort, lightweight and breathable with second skin technology for buildable coverage that feels like fresh all day. And then there's 18 inclusive shades. So you get 6 of those shades. I hate when they put skincare infused into any product, especially makeup. It's just like, I don't see the point of it because you've got your skincare, but it is what it is. I was just curious about this. And out of the items that I could select from, like I said, I really wasn't feeling any of the perfumes, so there wasn't a whole lot of other options. So I did select this one, and then there was a Tarte concealer packet that I could select, and that is what I chose, but instead I ended up getting the Milk Hydro Grip primer, and I'm going to probably just toss this out, to be honest. For one, I don't really want to try it. I was using the e.l.f. one, but the red version, so it had niacinamide in it. I also, and online, like it showed this as like a little bottle, and I hate that it comes in these little packets because I find they just dry up so fast after I open them, because I'm not going to be using the whole packet on my face, whether it's this, whether it's skincare, whatever it is. And I hate that these little samples come in these types of packaging. But also I'm just like, with the way my skin has been lately, I don't feel like a gripping primer is a really good idea right now. I think I kind of stopped using my e.l.f. one for that reason as well. So, I mean, summer's coming around. I've been noticing my forehead has been getting a little bit more oily than it has throughout the winter. So, you know, it might not be so bad for then, but I do still have my e.l.f. one, so I will probably go back to using that. And again, I just find like these packets are so messy. They dry up real quick. It's hard to get things out of them. Most of the time, like I don't want to cut the whole thing open because then it's really gonna dry up quick. But if I only cut like a little bit, then you've got that little piece that's flapping around and you get, you know, product all over it, and it just gets messy. So I think this is just gonna end up being tossed out. So I was a little disappointed that I got that, but I mean, it's a sample. I know you don't always get the ones that you select online. It is what it is. It's not the end of the world, but nonetheless, that's it. So that was all that I purchased during the Sephora sale. There was definitely a few things that I wanted that I did not actually purchase, and I am contemplating doing a video on that as well. And then there are things that I was like, you know what, I can purchase these later on in the sale that happens at the fall time if I still really want them by then. A couple of those being eyeshadow palettes. I'm up in the air. So we'll just have to see what happens in fall time, but that is so far from now. I don't want to think about it, but I may do a video on the items that I wanted to purchase during the sale that I did not purchase. So you may see that video up in a few days or so. I'm going to have to go through and kind of take a look and see what's there still, and screenshot it so that I can actually show you guys. But yeah, that is it, and that is everything. So I'm glad that I did purchase a couple of things, trying out some brand new products. And for 20% off, I mean, it's not the best, don't get me wrong. It's better than nothing, but is it always worth it? Not necessarily. There have been times where I've actually skipped sales and not purchased anything at all, so that's also an option for the fall time. We'll have to see how it goes. But yeah, anyways, that is it for now. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I do believe that the next video that goes up, my hair will be different. So stay tuned to see if you are curious about what I'm doing with my hair. I have it in mind already, and I'm kind of really looking forward to it. I'm excited for it. I'm getting that done on May 1st, and the video that goes up after that will be on the 5th, I believe. So that is my project level up video. So stay tuned for that to see what my hair is going to look like and see what my progress is in that palette. And that is it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.